Hello, this is John from MyBurnOutGames.com here to continue playing Afterburner for the Sega 32X. This should hopefully be my final episode. I was playing it yesterday and I was doing a pretty good job, I guess. It took me a handful of videos to get towards the end. I think I maxed out at about Chapter 18. Well, I had a couple of videos as well, a couple stints, a couple sessions where I continued playing, but, just recorded videos and just scrapped them because I didn't make any progress. So, did a couple of those and just, kept playing. Every now and then I'd be able to make some progress and, have a new episode. Well, I guess my frustrations were starting to grow because at one point after, being done with that particular session, I went to, shut off the recording and, reset the Genesis, but instead of resetting the Genesis, I powered the Genesis off. This game doesn't save, which means I just lost that progress. To get back to the, I think stage 13 checkpoint, I was going to have to get to stage 13. Well, I wanted to beat it last night, I really did. I thought I was going to, but because of that little debacle, I did not beat it last night. I think I'm going to beat it tonight, however. Let's see, I have gotten back to where I was. Not only that, I surpassed where I was, and I've gotten to the final checkpoint in the game, stage 19. Stage 19 of 23. I don't think there's going to be any more checkpoints. So, I'm going to try and beat the game tonight. And I've got the difficulty set to extra easy, and I've got my lives maxed out. I guess that's 6 lives. So, I am fudging. I'm doing I made it easier for myself, but as I've said, my priority is to beat this game. Not necessarily go for the street cred of beating it on a harder difficulty, on normal. But I will say, this whole Let's Play series, I've been saying, man, I just suck at Afterburner. I think I've actually gotten better. In this session, I hit the table just then. But it took me like 30 minutes to get back to where I was, and then to get to this checkpoint in Chapter 19. So, if you consider how I was performing in my earlier videos, I was really sucking it up, but I have actually gotten better. Then again, I am playing on extra easy with max out live, so I guess I can't say that for sure. The odds are more in my favor now. But I am feeling much better about playing it today. And it may be because it's Friday. I work 9 to 5 pretty much on the weekdays, so I am someone who has a weekend. I look forward to my weekends, of course. And not only that, wow, I'm out of misses. Thank goodness. Not only that, my friend and I attended a Tulsa Roughnecks game today, our local USL, kind of a minor league soccer team. This is their second year here. They used to play, or there used to be another minor league soccer division back in the 70s and 80s. And they were champions one year, so their name has some credibility. Their coach is a former player, I believe. But this is their second year here, and they've just really been getting hammered this season. I think they are in next to last place in their division, 14th out of 15. And the last game they played was last weekend. They played St. Louis, who lost 7-1. I think St. Louis was up on us 5-0 at halftime. And in fact, we got our goal in like the last 10 minutes or so. So it was a number. It wasn't really much more than that. But today we played LA Galaxy 2, the basically farm team, minor league team for Los Angeles Galaxy, and we drew. The game ended 2-2, which was somewhat of a victory, considering they were probably the better team. I think they're first in our league right now. If not first, they're up there. But getting that draw, it was exciting. I think LA Galaxy got up on us 2-0 pretty early in the game. They scored their first goal in the 3rd minute, and I remember when their second goal came, but it was in the first half. We got our first goal towards the end of the first half, and that was a real good moment. And then we got our second goal in the second half, pretty soon into the second half. And then from there, it was pretty evenly matched. But man, it was exciting getting that equalizer, getting us back in the game. Or first goal. our first point getting us back in the game. That was exciting. And then to get the equalizer to tie it up. But if there was any downsides to it, it was hot. It is the middle of June in Oklahoma, and the actual temperature outside. The game started at 7:30, ran till about 9:30. The actual temperature outside, I think, was in the 90s, in the mid-90s, with a heat index of about 100, 105. So I mean, it felt like it's 100 degrees outside. It felt like it's 105, which it wasn't as bad as you may think. It was, you know, I haven't showered since I've gotten home, and I feel like I've got, you know, a film on me, a film of sweat, so I definitely need a shower. But I'm saving that for after I beat this. Ooh, losing too many lives on stage 20. I got to stage 22. That is nice. That's very good. I will say, I'd like to think I have gotten better at dodging the enemy missiles. I found one tactic where I just go up and down. You know, basically kind of listen for when their missiles fire off, and also kind of spot check them. But basically being real methodical, just like up, 1 second down, 1 second left, 1 second right, 1 second, just kind of keeping a pattern going to avoid getting shot at. But of course, doing that pulls my focus away from shooting them down, so at that point then I am having to dodge all these missiles. But it has been working out for me on this easier difficulty with all these extra lives. Okay, stage 22, I just turned on my afterburners. Get away from that guy. Not quite 3 million. 3 million points, I get an extra life, but I'm not going to get it that run. Man, we're only 7 minutes in. This may be a short video. Probably won't be, but man. If I could beat the game right here, this would be half the length of my other videos.
Get ready.
But I have no more handicaps to put in my favor. I've got difficulty set as easy as it can be. I've got lives extended out as much as I can, and then I've got the auto Vulcan on too, of course. Oof, it's not good. And I was real frustrated last night whenever I turned the Genesis off, but I thought, okay, well, are there cheat codes for this game? And GameFAQs does list some cheat codes for this game, but one of them being a level select, but none of them work. At least none of them work in my execution of them, so I don't know if maybe my cart has been programmed where it doesn't use these cheats. Maybe the cheat codes are just wrong. The only reason I would have think it could be the cart that's the issue, you know, maybe cheat codes just work on certain versions of this game, so to speak, is because with Knuckles Chaotix, it seemed like Knuckles Chaotix has difficulty playing on certain Genesis models. I have, thankfully, 2 or 3 Model 2 Genesis to try out, and eventually I was having issues with it, and eventually I found one that worked, so I was able to play Knuckles Chaotix. So, you know, maybe there's the same sort of issue with this game, where there's different versions of it out there. And I also thought, well, maybe those cheat codes just work in the European or Japanese version. But I can't really test that, and I didn't find a lot of demonstrable proof online of the cheat codes ever working, outside of, you know, people saying that they work. No videos or anything proving it or showing me how exactly to do it. Because some specify the, you know, input of commands on the controller in player 2 slot, and some don't. So I pretty much have to assume, okay, anything I do has got to be on player 2. Nonetheless, I tried it on player 1, still no luck. Oof. Looks like I may make it to the end of stage 22 at this rate. Well, I've got no missiles, so maybe not. Hey. Here we go. Stage 23. This should be the final stage. Is this just it? Oh. Looks like this is just it. Alright. Sweet. You know, I really didn't think after that first episode that I was going to beat this game. Who knew all it take was setting the difficulty down as low as it can go, extending your lives out as far as you can go, and giving myself any other benefits. Okay, programmed by Rutubu Games, so sure enough, they did do the port for this. They did the port for a handful of other Sega arcade games too, the 32X and the Sega Saturn. That's cool. You know, I did have lots of trouble with this game. I enjoyed it for the most part, all throughout. You know, of course, I was getting frustrated and angry. Just upset with my performance. I guess I want to say angry, just upset or disappointed with my performance and how difficult I found the game in some sections, but I was still compelled to continue playing. I did have fun in that difficulty. And especially, you know, setting the difficulty down a little bit more to compensate for, I guess I could say compensate for having to play with a 3-button Genesis controller instead of the arcade stick, whatnot, or even a 6-button controller, which may be a little more conducive to this game. But whenever it's set down on that easy difficulty, it's fun. Just like it is on the normal difficulty, just much more difficult. I team cracked the top 10 with that performance though, but I'm not coming from that high of a stage. So sweet. You know, really, if you think about it, it lists that this game has 23 stages. You say that stage, you don't really do anything. I think there were 2 runway stages where you don't do anything, so it's really got 20 stages. I guess instead of ending it here, this is, like I said, half the length of my other videos, I'll set it back to normal. There's 3 lives, and I'll leave the auto Vulcan on because I think that's fair. And I'll just do 1 run, see how far I can get on normal now, starting from the beginning. Yeah, just right into my line of fire, please. Ooh, got me. Yeah, I definitely feel like I'm better at dodging missiles. Moved into it. That's on me. It's my bad. So I almost made it to stage 5 on normal on my first try back. Huh. Well, I guess that does it for my Afterburner playthrough. Unless I decide to do anything else with this particular version, I'm probably done with it. I did enjoy it. I think it's a pretty stellar game, and if not difficult, but again, satisfying in that difficulty, and I did make improvements. I did feel like I could always do better or do something. I could always learn something. So yeah, pretty good game. I do have Afterburner for the Sega Master System that I've never played, so I am interested in playing that and just comparing the two. Even though this is technically Afterburner 2, it'll still be interesting to see Sega Master System versus 32X. And I don't think I have any more 32X games at the moment to do a Let's Play of that I haven't done. I think I've done a Let's Play of every 32X game in my collection. But that'll do it for this episode, this series of the Afterburner Let's Play. So I do appreciate you watching this episode and hopefully the rest of the episodes. Thank you for watching again. Thank you. Do come back for the next one. Bye-bye.